Alrighty, welcome everybody. I know people are still popping on. Wanted to welcome you guys to a diamond-led power half an hour where we're going to teach you how simple this business really is. Honestly, Carissa and I are both 8+ years in, and this business is a lot the same than when we started. And it's just the simplicity of doing the things consistently and actually learning what the things are that we need to be doing. So I'm going to pull up my notes here really quickly. Alrighty, so one thing that we have been talking about, and I'm going to screen share really quickly so you all have a visual of it, is our winning the day worksheet. Actually, I don't have it pulled up. Hang on one second. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Okay, there we go. Can you guys all see that? Did I screen share yet?
No, we don't see it.
Can you see it now? Okay, you should be able to see it now. Okay, so this is the winning day worksheet. This is one visual that we have. I'll show you another one real quick, but these are the simple things that are going to move the needle forward in your business each day. And this is the recipe for growing a solid, sustainable business with Plexus and in network marketing. And this is not something that you will omit certain activities that you don't want to do because it's the recipe. And just like when we're making brownies or cookies or whatever, you don't leave out the eggs or some key ingredient because you will not have the final product that you really, really want to taste, right? So it's super duper simple. You can find these in the chats. We'll make sure that we pop those in there again. And I'm going to show you the other one that I really like. I love the visual of this one because there's little check marks. I love check marks. I love putting stuff on a list and checking it off. So it's just a Monday through Friday basic thing. And it's going to cover all of the things that you need to be doing. Because I think sometimes we think, oh, this business is just reaching out and following up. But there's also some really key components to this, like commenting on people's posts that are non-Plexus, adding new friends every day so that you're networking, commenting on posts in your favorite groups. So if you're not currently in a Facebook group, that is a really, really great way to expand your network and to add value to people that you may not be connected with. Posting on Facebook, obviously, starting conversations about the product, starting conversation about the business, follow-ups, which is actually a really, really, really key component in our business. And then retention key areas, which would be like making sure that your new people that are getting added are tagged on the team page and sent some directions and maybe tagged a little video. And then obviously the personal development there at the bottom. So I just wanted to give you guys a visual of that really quick if you were not familiar, because this is going to be your little BIBLE for your Plexus business from here on out. Okay, so super duper key. Alrighty, I think we're all in here. Oops, there's one more person. Okay, so the way a power hour works is basically we give a task and then we mute for a few minutes and we'll work on that task. Okay, so it's not just a training call where we tell you what to do after the call, but we actually work together doing it. So one thing I just wanted to vision cast for you guys is the fact that every single person that's working in this business needs to have the power of 3 on their brain every single month. And so if you are not consistently adding 3 new level 1s every month, your business will be going backwards. And we don't want that. Okay, so if you've already signed up 3 people, congratulations. You're going to work on your next 3 because it's super important to always have new people coming into your business. It's essential. So the first thing I'm going to teach you how to do is how to do your green dots. Okay, this is super simple. You have a hit list anywhere, anytime, any place you go, because you're going to go to the green dots that are at the top of your Facebook Messenger, and you're going to reach out to those people. No excuses, no prejudging. You're going to reach out to them based on what your conversations maybe have been in the past. So maybe it might look like a follow-up. You're like, oh, I haven't talked to Jenny in a while. She's a customer of mine and I totally dropped the ball. You're going to message Jenny and find out how she's doing, how her products are going, things like that. Maybe there's a couple of people that you don't even know who they are. So you're going to reach out and introduce yourself to them. And I want you to actually do a cold message. They're not hard. They're not scary. You just got to do it. Okay. And I know that some people, I actually talked to someone today and she was asking me, like, how do you reach out to somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time? Like, there's no like relationship at this point. And so I was explaining what I do. I'm really direct when I reach out. Like, I'm not going to do the little dance of, oh, how cute are your kids? And ah, la, 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 and then we go back and forth. And then I spring on them. Oh, hey, and by the way, I'm pretty direct when I message people typically that maybe I haven't talked to in 15 or 20 years. I will just address the elephant in the room and say, hey, Jenny, I have loved, watching your social media. Checking on, watching your kids. It's so fun, so cute. I know we haven't chatted in like 20 years, but I wanted to reach out to you really quick and see if you were at all interested in this line of supplements that I found that I love, love, love. It's helped us overcome eczema, food sensitivities, PMS, joint pain, irregularity problems, and etc. So curious if you'd be open to chatting more about that. If not, maybe you know of somebody I could help. Hope you have a great day. Goodbye. Something simple like that. Just to open the door. You're not trying to make a sale. You're just seeing if they're open to learning more. You can even say, hey, I don't know if you saw my post today, but, and you can even say, I know this is super random. And if you're not interested at all, don't even worry about replying back. Totally fine. But just thought I would reach out to you in case you are on the lookout for some healthy supplements, or you could do a business ask if there's somebody that you're like, oh, I would love them on my team. They were so fun in college. Like, I really had connection and chemistry with this person. So you can actually turn it into a business ask if you prefer. So we're trusting that you will use your own entrepreneurial communication business skills to intentionally reach out to each person based on like how you know them, what you feel like would fit their need the best. But you're not going to be afraid of doing a cold message reach out about the business or the products either. Okay, so we're going to mute for a few minutes and go do that task. Okay, here we go. I'm actually going to pop some wording examples in the chat because I have some saved in the notes on my computer. So I'm going to filter through and see what ones I can find real quick and pop in there for you. Because sometimes it is helpful to have a skeleton basic message to work from. And if you're in my team in the Momentum Makers group, there's actually a file at the very bottom called the My Messaging Handbook. I would encourage you to go print that out and work from that list because it does give some good sample messages, just so you don't have to start from scratch always crafting something. But I think also there is value in just kind of on the fly voice messaging a little reach out also. So Carissa or anyone, yeah, if you guys have some favorite wordings, feel free to pop them in there too. Okay, did you guys get one sent? All right, the next thing I want you to do is to send a business invite for the real income, real impact that we have on Thursday. Okay, and I'm going to pop some examples here in the messenger chat so you guys can see. Okay, we'll mute for a couple minutes and work on that. That is Thursday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. And also, don't forget, I love sending the graphic also, so that there's a little visual so they can see like the little bullet point testimony list of who's going to be sharing. And I would say work on new invites. You can work on team invites at a different time. Let's do the big, bold, scary ones right now. Okay, there's our minutes. Okay, well, I wanted to share a couple of things really quick before I give the next assignment. And so some of you may have gotten wind or saw my post last night. It was a little vague, but um, where I put it out there that I'm going for a really big goal in the next 5 weeks. And so I have decided, coming off of convention, to work on Reentry Emerald and to make just a 5 week push, create, kind of that Eric Worre, how to recruit 20 in 30 days concept, which I'm going to pop that as your assignment homework at the end of the call. But wanted just to invite whoever wants to tap into a really big push and end higher in July, at the end of July, than you are maybe have ever ended before, whether it was a rank up or a point goal or earning leaders retreat. But I wanted to mention a couple of things really quickly, super fast, but just that my decision to do this was actually really, really hard to make. And when I was in that moment of the indecision, I had a lot of fears, anxieties, questions coming up. I had a lot of just honest questions like, can I do it? Will the numbers even work out? Is it possible? And especially, what if I fail? Because I don't want anyone to know if I don't hit a goal, because that will be embarrassing. And oh my word, what will people think? And what will my team think? But learning what we learned at convention from John Maxwell about failing and then re-entering. And it's like the process of failing forward and like being willing to go after a crazy goal. The worst that can happen is that we don't hit it and we end higher than we thought we would end, right? And what are the best things that could happen? We could hit the goal. That could be inspiring way, way, way more people than I ever thought possible to go after an impossible goal that they have. We have a bunch of leaders retreat earners. We have just so many wins. You learn every time you do some sort of big, crazy goal and you go for it, right? And so anyways, I just wanted to share a couple of my thoughts in light of that, because I know that some of you are on the brink of a really, really, really amazing month of July. And it is a month of significance that can move your business forward farther, faster than anything else. And this concept of reseeding the team, like just like I've been out in my garden, we had a week of July back in April, and I got a bunch of my garden planted. Guess what? Those crops are starting to produce a harvest now. Right before we went to convention, we had like this really crazy dry spell and I didn't get stuff planted, but I ended up getting some things planted right before convention. Guess what's happening? Those little cucumber plants are popping up in my garden all over, right? And so the same concept that I'm doing in my garden is the same idea that I'm encouraging my Plexus team and you guys to really consider reseeding your team. Instead of obsessing over like your 3 tomato plants that you currently have planted, go till up another spot in the garden and plant some more seeds, right? That is one of the best things that you can do in your business. And so Genevieve was talking about in the diamond meeting about reseeding and then reseed and bloom, that whole concept. And so I love that. So there is really amazing things when you clear the calendar as much as is feasible, have a shareholders meeting, get some buy-in, right? Make the decision and take massive action. It is the difference between being where you are and being a 5-figure earner or a 6-figure earner or a 7-figure earner. And when you go and listen to that Eric Worre video, he will give you the stats on what people that are 6 and 7-figure earners in network marketing have done. And this specific concept is what they have done at least once in their business to get to where they're at. And so focused attention and directed energy can produce amazing things. And I love this little sentence that I love using. I can make a lot happen in a day. Okay. Remember, a day in network marketing is like a week or a month in other businesses. And so as we are approaching end of month, it's really, really important that we do take time to tap in and maybe look at our businesses and just some different angles of it to help maximize points, to help people get their orders in. And this hit list that Carissa and I are giving you tonight is different than like the winning. It's a little bit different than the winning day worksheet, because some of that stuff is things that you do need to be doing daily, pretty much every day of the month, Monday through Friday. But end of month, sometimes we look at different demographics. Like the goal is to sign 3 to 6 people. So we need to be doing some reach outs. We need to go follow up with our fence sitters. We need to be inviting people to this real impact, real income testimony night on Thursday night, right? And so take like 2 minutes really quick, and I want you to go follow up with like 2 fence sitters. Okay, ready, set, go. Okay, I always feel like I'm interrupting people, but Carissa, if you're ready, you can go ahead and take the next task.
I sure am. And I feel the same way too. So what I love is to watch a replay and just pause and take the time I need before I move on to the next thing. And tonight we had planned to be on with everybody until 8:30. So I know we try to keep our Tuesdays to 30 minutes, but we're going to give everyone a bonus 15 minutes to try and really work you all through this end of month hit list. So the next thing we want to work on is some posts for this week and some care for our new people. So the first little thing real quick with our posting is I learned this from Genevieve yesterday. Motivation Monday was so good yesterday on the Brand Ambassador corporate page. And she really helped put this in perspective for me. So you always want to be balancing Plexus related posts with posts that are purely value adding and personal. And even that personal stuff, we don't want to just narrate our life, even though your life is so fun and interesting, but we want to make sure that we're always putting it out there in a way that blesses, educates, and entertains. That's value adding. Just making me laugh is value adding. It makes me want to follow you more. But make sure we're doing that with our personal stuff. But then with our Plexus posts, rotate through 3 types of Plexus posts. Obviously, products. So that encompasses anything testimonial or anything showing the power of our products and the transformations. The second type of Plexus post is sharing the opportunity to be a sharer. The opportunity to be a sharer is not the same as climbing to the top of the company, right? This one is where you cast a really wide net to the masses. The masses would be happy earning $500 in the next 90 days, guys. $500 to $1,500 in the next 90 days is possible for even a casual sharer, somebody who's just aiming to go silver, senior silver, or gold. So make sure that one of your types of Plexus posts that you're rotating through is the opportunity to be a sharer, the opportunity to make $500 to $1,500 in the next 90 days. And then the third type of Plexus post is the opportunity to become a leader. And that is where you're casting that really big vision, that vision that you have caught. If you're on this call, you are growing as a leader and you're extending that opportunity to others. So that's where you're layering exposures of what it's like to be at our big events, what it's like to be on our team call tonight, the ways that you're growing through this work. And some of the big fun prizes like the cruise and maybe what people are doing with, their year's worth of income. So let's do a little bit of planning for it's Tuesday. So let's plan our posts through the end of the month. You don't have to write them all out right now, but just jot down, what am I going to post about Wednesday? Is it going to be value adding personal? Is it going to be product? Or is it going to be opportunity to be a sharer or opportunity to be a leader? And you're going to rotate through and try to have at least one value adding personal post for every Plexus related post. So maybe you post twice a day. Maybe you weave into your stories, but just write down for yourself, here's the order that I'm going to rotate through. Look at what you had today, look at what you had yesterday, and just write down for yourself what you're going to do. That's going to give you a lot of direction for the next couple of days. Okay. So I'm going to mute us. We're going to just take a moment you can use your little planner or your Google Calendar, whatever it is, and give yourself a little reminder of how you're going to post. Rose, I am so glad you asked that question because I wanted to add a little bit and put it on the recording. I highly recommend, friends, that you do something called creating a collection. And I am multiple collections. I'm going to share my screen and show you how to do this. Just kidding. The host has disabled screen sharing. Do you know how to enable it? It's okay. I can describe it. When you are on Facebook or Instagram, but let's just use Facebook for ease, and you see a post that stops your scroll and presses on one of your pain points and seems like it would help you solve one of your problems, that is a winner. That is a value adding post. Same if it adds some sort of value to you by way of entertainment, or if it compels you to engage. Like you just cannot help but press that love button and add a comment. Those are things to save. And what you do is click the little upper right-hand corner, the little 3 dots, and click Save Post. But don't stop there. It's going to ask you if you want to just save it in the general pile or if you want to create a new collection. I highly recommend that you have a collection just for testimonies, just for jaw-dropping, awesome product results type testimonies. Have a separate collection that's called Calls to Comment. And those are just random questions that generate a ton of engagement and conversation and comments. Taylor Grant, you posted one today, I think. Pop it in the chat if you're on. Yeah, pop that one in the chat for us as a good example. But I have a running list in a collection for calls to comment. I also have one for business posts, inspiration for posting when it comes to our opportunity to be a sharer, to be a leader. So Rose, to answer your question, no. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't spend a ton of time coming up with all original content. Original content is great. And you do need to make sure that you're not clicking the share button, because Facebook will definitely read that as spammy and will not show your posts to anyone. But even if you're borrowing from somebody else, just copy and paste their caption into a new original post, save their photo, put it with your post, and that will read as an original post. You can obviously give credit to the person, but in Plexus, it's generally agreed upon that if you put something out there on social media, it is shareable. It is fair game at that point. So thank you for asking that question. Okay. Hopefully, even if you didn't get a post written out or planned, certain posts for each day, hopefully you at least have a little reminder in your calendar for what day you're going to post about the power of our products, what day you're posting the opportunity to be a sharer, what day you're posting the opportunity to be a leader, when you're going to post value adding personal updates, when you're going to post call to comments. That stuff just frees up my brain space. If it's one less thing I have to think about, if I just know, okay, I need to find a powerful post about our products. I can either look in my own testimony, think about a friend, how their experience is going, or look in my collection, right? Okay, so let's chat now about caring for your new people. I have all my new people on sticky notes on my desk so that they're in front of my eyes at all times, because I have to make sure that they're getting extra special care. So I'm going to drop a few links in the chat here for y'all. The first is my VIP follow-up plan. This, again, takes all the brain space out of how to care for my new VIPs. I don't have to just check in and go, hey, how's it going? How you liking your products? I have exact things that I'm ready to say to get those conversations flowing with every touch point. You can automate that with something like Project Broadcast, or you can just use the template that I'm going to give you guys to send some good follow-ups to your people. I'm also going to pop a link in the chat here. That's a little video I recorded for supporting your people on their products dosages, starting off gradually, what to expect. I'll pop that in the chat. And then I'm going to give you some wording when it comes to getting your people hooked up with the Plexus Go app and Pivotal. So you're going to tell people, okay, your premium wellness system comes with personalized guidance from me, weekly menus, and a trainer. That is normally hundreds of dollars value, and that comes with your wellness system that you just purchased. So all we need to do is get you the Plexus Go app downloaded, and that's going to plug you into the Pivotal community. And that's where you have access to all your menus, your trainer, your workouts, plus personalized guidance from me. I'm going to be checking in with you every week. And then the last little resource I'm going to pop in the chat for you is quick how to create a cart instructions. These are just in the Plexus Help Center. It's not complicated at all, but every new person that you're supporting, you want to make sure they know how to create a cart and refer their friends. So I'm going to pop that wording in the chat right now, and we can just take a few minutes to do some loving on our new people. Okay. Michelle, you asked, how do we go back and see the comments after the recording? You're not going to be able to see that. So yes, we can put them in the chat, but also just copy paste anything that you want for later into a separate little note. And that way you'll have it and you don't have to wait for it to go in the chat later. So this is one thing I'm saying to my new people. Hey, you will want to have our 3 top selling systems loaded up into carts and ready to go so that checkout is easy for those who are ready to get healthy with you. Here's how to make them. And then I just literally copy pasted from the Plexus Help Center how to make a share a cart because I want everyone to know how to do that. Meg's going to talk about our win back with the triplex thing that we have going. And then I had one more thing to share, but we're getting close to 8:30. So I'm thinking we just need to blitz on through and people can finish up on their own time.
Okay, so my RSM actually sent me lists from all 3 legs. Oops, sorry. With people that hadn't ordered triplex in a month or more. But if your team is smaller, you can go through and see and just sort by subscription or just order history on your level 1s and see who that has 0 PV that hasn't ordered triplex in at least a month. And you can do a little reach out to those people, letting them know like, hey, there's a special on triplex. I know it's been a minute since you've ordered. I would love to help you get your order in. Don't be afraid to give the bold ask. Go for the bold ask. And then I'm going to pop the Canva link here. You can go take that Canva link and edit it with your cute little picture, because I love sending a graphic with my words. And it has the little code, the promo code that they need. Right. And the other thing is we're down to the wire at the end of the month. So if someone is like, oh, I'd love to get an order in, you can actually offer to place the order for them. Just have them give you their login information and you can go place a little order for them. So don't be afraid of that. Also, wanted to mention a couple other things. Don't forget to look at your declined sub list. So your back office is not a scary place. You need to actually go in there and look under your reports, your genealogy reports, and learn to, well, just practice clicking different buttons. It's going to sort your list of your team members so that you can see like who has subscription set up, who doesn't have subscription set up, who has subscriptions that are bumped way out to December, right? And so you need to look and see who has declined subs. And also don't forget to look at your perks report. Some of your wholesale people have like 2,000 perk credits because they have no idea what it is, okay? They don't know how to use them or that there is such a thing as reward for consistency. So that is a great conversation point. And that's what the back office is gonna show you. If you don't know where to start in your business, start there, because you're gonna automatically see, oh, I haven't talked to so-and-so in a while. Oh, so-and-so needs to reach out about this or that. Okay. And then the last, I'm just going to share, Carissa, one more idea, and then I'll turn it over to you. So my 0 PV people, in order to win them for July, hopefully what I am doing is sending a little message, letting them know about the new hydrate, and that I would love to send them a free sample if they would like to try it. And it's basically my funnel to hopefully have a conversation to hopefully get them restarted on their triplex or whatever they were taking before, or maybe they want to try the reset and do that little thing in that reset challenge with us in the middle of July, right? And so I am working on those 0 PV people, specifically on my reentry, because those are the people I'm really trying to stoke the fires with, because you will have some people that just fell off the bandwagon and they need just a little love from you to come back, right? And so I have these cute little sample cards that I think we have the link for if you want to edit to make your own, and just pop a stick, throw it in the mail. But I am only sending those to people that replied back to me from my original ask for, if you want a free sample. Okay, but I am having some good results from that. I did have someone reply back from a follow-up that I sent, so I'm going to pop that in the chat as well for the wording. She's ready to order. Okay, Carissa, your turn.
That's awesome. And I really appreciate all your super helpful wording, saying like, for the people that haven't ordered it in a month or more, just, hey, I can help you get your order placed. That's awesome. Okay, code real quick for that is triplex 10, all caps triplex 10. So, and And then you mentioned a reset mid-July. So I popped it in the chat that we're going to do a group reset in July, the 12th through the 14th, after everybody gets home from the holidays. So look forward to that. And then another little idea, another way that you can be a little sparkler is revisit your faithful product users and just bring up again the idea of sharing. And you can rotate through the ways that we share. If they haven't popped up a post yet or in a while, you can say, hey, I had this idea today that maybe you could post about XYZ, the thing that you shared with me about how you're feeling, or this, this fun little Thursday night thing that we have going, or the group reset that we have coming up. You can give that idea. You can suggest that they do a live. And if they've never done a live before, I want to bring everyone's attention back to a new builders coaching we did months ago, where the very last 5 minutes are instructions for how to go live. And it's totally fine if it's awkward. So I'll pop that in the chat too. You can suggest that they text 5 friends. You can just say, hey, here's a fun little idea that you can send out to 5 of your closest friends. And you can, of course, suggest, would they be game for doing a little event with you? I hosted an in-person event today that was super fun, and we're going to do a Zoom option tomorrow to catch all the people that weren't local to come in person. So revisit those with your faithful product users. And then last thing we thought of is we have this fun, we're calling it our Bless a Friend promo. So this month, people who join in June, you automatically get 250 perks credits with your welcome pack. And when you sign up one person this month, you get another 250 perks. Well, hello, that is the equivalent of like $50 in product credit. So on top of that $50 in product credit, you also earn about $40 in business building bonuses on those welcome packs and in Plexus pay points. So everybody you have that joined in June has the potential to earn like $90, $50 product credit, $40 cash when you get them upgraded to brand ambassador. So that's a super fun touch point to be able to reach out to people and say, hey, if you have anyone that you would like to get healthy with you that we can help, you can earn $50 product credit and $40 cash. Who pops to mind? Who can I help you help? So that's the last little idea that we want to throw out there for everyone tonight. And we've got 4 whole days. We can do, what did you say? I can make a lot happen in a day. So we can make a whole lot happen in 4 days. We reject overwhelm, brick wall to overwhelm. We have this recording. We can work through it with as much time as we need. No one is behind. So, you can pull the recording back up and just take all the time you need for each little item on the end of month hit list, even though we didn't have all the time in the world to do it all tonight. So I'm going to close this out in prayer. Dear God, I pray for every single person in this room and the goals and longings that you have placed upon their heart. If you have given this to them, there is a healthy way to be wildly successful. Show us how it's possible. Make us brave to obey those nudges. Help us reject overwhelm. Help us reject anything that comes from the father of lies. Help us to put one foot in front of the other. All we need to do is the next right thing. Help us to lay our heads down at night in peace, knowing that we've given it our very, very best and that we have put ourselves out there in order to bless and transform others' lives. Thank you so much for the gift of Plexus and for the gift of this team. And I just pray wild success on every person here and every endeavor that they set their hands to. Multiply our hours, multiply our harvest. We're so excited to celebrate the victory that you have for us. In Jesus' name, amen. Good night, everybody.